for Frankie and Tati alongside my dude A-Boogie. What up, player?
Yo, Frankie, what's going on?
First and foremost, you're from the Bronx, huh?
Facts, the X representing.
So I grew up in Boston, so we always, you know.
Yeah, we
sports.
A little accent going on too in Boston, like.
Yeah.
I get that a lot.
Now I ask you, are you a Mets fan or a Yankees fan growing up?
Yankees fan, man, all the way.
My roommate in college was from the Bronx, and he was a Mets fan, so we were cool.
Yeah.
Yankees fans.
I live like 5 minutes away from the Yankee Stadium, so growing up, just hearing the crowd shout, all that's just like a good memories to me. So
that's
Yankees is always gonna be there for me.
Speaking about growing up, you started music at what? About age? I know I used Wikipedia on some of this info, but age 12. So when you started rapping?
I started rapping at like age 12, 11, 13, around there before I went to high school. For me, I had a notebook full of mad raps. I was always shy to like really spill my raps when I was in middle school. Then I got to high school and I was like, this ain't so bad. I started rapping. Everybody was fucking with it, so I kept on going for me.
So let me ask you, because there's a lot of artists in San Diego trying to get to that next level and whatnot. So you write these notes down, these rhymes down, and where'd you spit them at? Were you in the hallway spitting them, outside the front?
I spit them to my friends, like. But let me tell y'all something.
All right.
Sometimes when you like, especially when you're young and you rap to your friends, it's not always gonna be the reaction you're supposed to get.
Yeah.
It could be the reaction you want to get or you don't want to get, but it's not the reaction you're supposed to get. Your friends is always supposed to tell you 100% truth about what you're saying in your raps and everything, especially if you want to take it as a career in your life.
Yeah.
Your friends is always supposed to tell you the 100% truth on everything. For me, no reason to lie about that. So I always had people genuine about like everything I do. Everybody was just like it's hard criticism in the Bronx.
Yeah.
In New York, period. So that's why everything you do is like you're gonna get recognized for it, whether you're doing bad or good. So that's one thing I always stood up on.
In the Bronx, as you're growing up, which artists did you look up to?
Growing up in the Bronx, I looked up to artists like Lauryn Hill, to 50 Cent, to J-Lo, for me, Fat Joe, Ja Rule, like for me, artists like that. Like, I grew up in that kind of era.
Not to cut you off, but damn, look at that thing. Where'd you get that gifted from?
This Aviani right here. This is, man, gifts after gifts, blessings after blessings.
A-Boogie with the hoodie and the big chain. And then you move forward to your mixtape you dropped, and of course your single My Hit started getting some airplay, and a lot of people were buzzing on that track.
Yeah, my shit started going crazy. That was my first club record, really. I started going around in the clubs with that record, and after a while it just started being on the radio, and from the radio, you feel me, you never know where you go, so I just started grinding more and more and more from there. Word.
First place you were when you heard your song on the radio?
First place, I was on my way to my crib. I was in a car on my way to my crib on Facebook Live, and I'm saying like, yo, what if my song ended up coming on the radio right now? And right after that song that was playing, my song came on, and it was like, that was crazy. That was like God talking to me right there, for me.
That's what's up. Your homies get all excited?
Huh?
Your homies get all excited?
Oh, hell yeah. We was wilding in the car. We almost crashed off the mountains. We was going up a mountain. We almost crashed off that shit. I ain't even. And
then this past summer, of course, you're rolling with Drake and Future.
Yeah, we had tour. We had a few tour dates. Madison Square Garden, man. Yeah. It's one of the best days of my life coming up in this rap game. Feel me? Like, I used to always look up to people. Like, still to this day, I look up to like Future and Drake. They great artists.
Yeah.
So that show right there really opened me up into the game. Like, damn, this is what performing in Madison Square Garden feels like. Like, this is what you got to do here. Like, so it's just amazing.
Family, friends all show up at that show?
That was really last minute, so only a few people could have came to that one. It was like he hit me up in the middle of the night, and I had to wake up and go to the garden. So
yeah. That's what's up. I know it's all over the news, but your little incident with Lil B last week or another week, he came out and he was like, beef is squashed. You guys cool?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm really surprised, and like, I'm glad though at the same time on how he reacted to it, because I didn't expect that. Like, most people in the streets react a different way, and it's like it gets crazy and crazy and crazy. But he took it upon himself to be the bigger man and really, for me, squash that beef right there on stage. So I respect that. We made a phone call right after that. Everything was good for me.
And how, because all the reports come out, obviously there's 10 ways, sideways, everything that kicked this off. So what started that whole beef between you two?
Man, it wasn't really much. It was just miscommunication, really. Like,
all right.
It was really just miscommunication.
Yeah. And then, you know, Drake had your back and others people, which was cool to see, you know, people.
Nah, everybody was saying Drake had my back, but that wasn't even a comment that had anything to do with
Really?
that.
See,
Yeah.
again, there's, you know, 10 different stories that come out when you jump online.
A lot of people were saying, Drake picking sides and shit. And nah, he was just commenting on the picture. He probably didn't even know about that situation yet. Like,
yeah.
He was just commenting on the picture, a picture with me and Rock, so. Or shout out to Drake for that one too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was cool to squash. Tonight, North Park Observatory. You been there before?
Nah, I've been to Observatory in somewhere before.
Yeah, LA, up towards LA. See, cool venue.
Yeah, great venue.
A lot of fans getting excited. We mentioned that, you know, you're going to be popping on the air with us and doing this video, so a lot of people were buzzing on social media. A-Boogie's coming through. Album, the bigger artist. Yeah. That's been out for a little bit.
Bigger Artist is going crazy still right now. It's number 4 on Apple Music.
Of course, see that.
It hit like 70K first week, first album, so I'm proud of that. And right now I just got a whole bunch of singles ready to drop. Besides the videos I'm putting on the album, of course. I just got a whole bunch of singles that I don't know what to do with right now.
So I was going to ask you that next. So you dropped the album, right? Obviously, a lot of money's being made off the singles.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays, you talk to a lot of artists that like, screw the albums, all I'm going to do is put out some singles, put my heat out there. Is that where you're at? Would you rather just drop some dope singles versus, you know, firing up another album?
What it is with me, though, my fans love my body of work.
Yeah.
They don't like just one song and they get mad like, yo, with the other one, with the next one. So me, I gotta just drop bodies of work, but at the same time, it's like I gotta give them something in between.
Oh yeah.
I can't just let nothing happen. I could do that and just be a little selfish with my music.
Yeah.
But nah, I like sharing my music with the people and letting them know how I'm feeling at the moment and what's going on in my life. So I can't really drop a song that I make today next year because that's not gonna be my opinion no more. Like, that's not gonna be how I feel no more.
What's next for A-Boogie? Of course, the album's doing well. You know, your singles popping off. What's next for A-Boogie? This time next year, you pop back into JAMN 95.7.
Yeah, next year, this time, man, hopefully I'll be double, triple, quadruple times bigger than this right now, and I'll really be the biggest artist that I really want to be. I'm going overseas for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really getting to capture those fans for the first time, so, man, I'm excited about that. Everything about to be lit.
You won't forget about us in San Diego, right?
Nah, man, never, man. I had so much memories back here anyway. I've been here before, matter of fact. What we did over here last time?
Club Flux.
Oh, you did Flux?
Yeah, it was lit in there.
You get to party when you go to these sounds? Is it literally like you drive in and drive out? Because I know your schedule's crazy.
Sometimes I don't get to party. I be trying to party, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like just working and not getting no party time in. But, well, you know, I'm still young.
Yeah.
So right now it's at a time where I'm just I got a tour bus for the first time, so I'm just moving on the bus from city to city, state to state, and we on the road like that right now. A few hotels in between, but.
And you got a little daughter.
Yeah.
How's it like, or how's it? Do you FaceTime? I mean, how do you keep close with her as you're so busy doing your career?
Man, I FaceTime her every day, probably every hour of the day.
Yeah.
It's just a blessing having a daughter to go home to and more things to be motivated about and a reason to live life again for me.
And she's how old? She was born in February?
Yeah, February 14th.
Congratulations, that's still new.
Appreciate that, man.
Did you do like a big party for it? Like we were talking about on the air, but you know, the girl got to do this big party and you know the big reveals and all that. Does A-Boogie do all that stuff too or not?
First birthday, I'm gonna throw a big party.
Okay.
I got a show that night, but I might bring her. Word, so y'all might want to be at that show, whoever listening.
Where's that at?
I don't even know. Where's that?
John J in New York.
Oh, that shit in New York too.
All right.
Oh,
that's hometown.
Pull up to that shit.
Hey, Boogie, my dude, thank you for rolling through. I appreciate you. I know you're super busy.
No problem, man.
Yo, it's when you're so big next year that you're the biggest thing. JAMN 95.7, remember us too.
Facts.
Your family to us.
Heard you. Good look. Appreciate you, man.